You see my phone?
You just had your phone.
I know. I don't know why. Oh, it's out there.
Your doggy don't like you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Bengals.
Kai, come from over there.
Let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look
at
Brown Stadium on
your
the
stomach
banks of the
hurt?
Ohio River in Cincinnati.
My stomach's
Tonight,
fine.
it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Kai, lead a dog.
And a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the
Yo, let the dog
position.
eat. Get up. Leave him alone.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout.
Sit down right here.
They'll have 2 remaining
go in the
as we
room.
step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times. Because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move
see what you need. I don't know.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long what they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. No gain on the play there. Second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
10 yards still left on second down.
No.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Second down, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down and gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Tackle made by Issa Abdul-Quddus. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
Second down, 8. It's second down. Dalton looking. And Green with a catch left side. A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he's He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin the drive with Williams. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
To throw on second down is Tannehill.
Oh,
The field, but it's incomplete.
come
Devontae
on.
was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Fuck.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff...
That boy gonna be without running backs right here.
Right back.
Shit.
Taken in at the 11th. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs
Wasn't too far from breaking that.
Fuck.
Officially give him 15. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So the
Hamstring tell.
How do we take that
Jesus.
away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run again with Bernard. And
Good
this
shit.
time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken
That's
down.
not...
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Now Bernard.
Oh.
That play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When I
Oh.
see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake
Shit.
my head
Playing that
sometimes.
good-ass defense, boy.
Canada first
I
before he
like
came
that.
back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one.
This guy, how you overthrow the ball, man? This.
Or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being.
Andy Dalton, well, you on some other shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's a love the run
Let's
right
establish
there.
this run, man.
But also for speed. He's
Get
able
our
to
shit
to the
together.
second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got his man here. It's Green. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton operating in the red zone now. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Dalton, bootlegs out. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Wow.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. And now on 4th down, Dalton will give way to his field goal team and Mike Nugent. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they're going to speed things up here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, my gosh.
Gun, Tannehill looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, William Jackson III. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up in it, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 88 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score.
What the fuck?
And they just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Kill that.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They go play action here on first down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They send Green to the left on his own. Now Dalton.
Oh, come on, Dalton.
Pulled down. The Dolphins' new signing from Buffalo, Mario Williams. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, William Jackson III. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Here's Dalton to throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. On first down, it's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line.
And there's the completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Tannehill, and he finds Parker here, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try again with Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now Tannehill on third and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be taken in at the 1. They juked him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of
real
attack.
tough,
Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
There's none.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They send Green to the left on his own.
380.
Dalton throwing on second down. He gets this one to Boyd. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Blue 10. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle it. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past it, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Hey, 380.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Cruz has it over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Wow.
Second down, Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. So here's 3rd and 20 with a long yardage. Defense going with a nickel look. Andy Dalton. All kinds of time. And able to find Green. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Wide 20.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Dalton now to pass. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
AJ should have caught that.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Yeah.
They'll run it here with Bernard.
No,
and they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Dalton, and no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion,
no good. He's supposed to throw it. Because I try to score 2 points.
I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
To make it 2 scores.
Before working with you, I
Well, 3
always
scores.
viewed that as you're just taking away space
17.
and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But
Now
you actually
it's
have told
15.
me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move
I don't want to hurt Landry now.
inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro, Olivier Vernon. He's the one that
you figured it out?
He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Yeah.
Hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looks like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Tannehill on 1st down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On 1st down, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. To the air again, Tannehill. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap, If my dad's an accomplished tap dancer, I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about... And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Set, wide, 20, dagger, zebra, ready, 3, 8, double up, keep coming, double up, ready, zebra, ready, wide, 20,
Tannehill looking to throw, and that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he is going to... Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. Wow. And we'll be back. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Oh, that boy had the cheesecake, man.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
All right, here's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle.
Holy.
And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty.
Managers don't want me to be great, man. That's crazy.
So now the offense is facing a 1st down and 20 after that last mistake. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles.
Good game, homie.
Beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times when they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
So a 3rd and 8. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
Good game, my boy.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Where Jesus gonna be at? When? Saturday?